You are welcome to yet another episode of LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. With the government stalling R. Kelly's appeal hearing, fans and supporters all over the world are eagerly waiting to hear when this event will be taking place. His lead attorney Jennifer Bonjean in her recent tweets on X did mention that she is also hoping for an argument date soon in the Second Circuit, an event which will offer her a golden opportunity to turn the tables and usher her client R. Kelly back to his long-awaited freedom. The experienced appellate attorney says she recently spoke to the R&B King, and he is generally doing well despite the limitations which have been placed on his communication. She however adds that he sends so much love to his fans and supporters all around the world and is very hopeful that he will finally get the justice he deserves. For those who still believe that the United States of America is a land of freedom, and more so those who thought we had freedom of speech as a basic right, I guess it's time to think again. The attack on R. Kelly's freedom of speech started like a joke which as of today has become a serious matter and a major issue of interest. We first came to learn of this move to silence him as a remedy when he resorted to making calls to the media in order to get his voice heard. During these calls, R. Kelly did expose the government weaknesses in relation to how they handled his case, and everything was showing just how criminal some of their operations were, and how they were used to destroy R. Kelly's legacy as the great artist he is. One of the most disturbing revelations R. Kelly brought to the light through his repeated phone calls was how the Bureau of Prisons was misused by the authorities, who managed to leak R. Kelly's restricted prison phone calls with his attorneys and with his girlfriends in an act of utter impunity, information which was used to win over Azriel Clary as a government witness at trial. Guilty as charged for influencing the BOP, the government together with the prisons department connived to have him silenced and never to comment again on matters of the BOP breaking the law. R. Kelly is therefore currently twice muted considering he already had his music cut off, and now he can't even communicate to his fans and supporters anymore. It's a shame to see that while every other prisoner has the right to a 15-minute phone call to the outside, R. Kelly has none. And this country still presents itself as a democracy where people are free to exercise their rights, and one with freedom of speech unless one is talking about the failures of government and the DOJ. Despite all the visible injustices, Jennifer Bonjean is optimistic and says there are so many good things yet to come our way by way of multiple civil lawsuits she is yet to unleash, and she demands that we stay tuned to see how all this unfolds. There won't be any sitting and watching while R. Kelly's rights continue to be abused without taking action, she feels. And this obviously doesn't land well in the ears of the government and his multiple accusers who have long hoped for a smooth ride in destroying their man, but are now having to deal with probably the most successful and experienced appellate attorney in this our country. If they are going to touch R. Kelly and violate his rights again, they must go through me. This is what Jennifer Bonjean means when she says she is returning with multiple civil suits against those who have made it their business to abuse R. Kelly's rights and freedoms. Of course she will not be leaving out those who falsely accused him, and those who violated their mutual promises to him by presenting events that were mutually agreed upon as forced, all intended to further tarnish his name and cause the jurors to think he was the very bad man he has never been. The Bureau of Prisons is definitely also on the list of entities that must look out for Jennifer Bonjean's legal strikes yet to come their way. It's definitely about time they explain to the world how in the world they managed to leak very protected and private information to the public, and worse still to a social media blogger to use in compromising R. Kelly's case. There is a long list of question marks when it comes to the way the cases against R. Kelly were dealt with, and these must be answered according to JB. This also explains why the government is buying more and more time before they will have to appear before the appeal tribunal. It's no different from calling on a child who has been rebelliously eating on candy. They will prefer to crawl in than run to be rebuked because they know well what they have done and the punishment it attracts. But sooner than later the time to be punished will eventually come and the child will be penalized. When asked why she decided to defend R. Kelly, Bonjean explained, suggesting she looks at each case the same way. When she finds that there has been government excesses, when they overstep, overreach and violate someone's constitutional right to a fair trial, She then asks herself if there is anything she can actually do about it. And if she finds that she can get this affected individual some kind of remedy or call it relief, she steps in. According to Jennifer Bonjean, when she took time and looked at R. Kelly's case, she found that all these were true. His case was ticking all the boxes. The government had certainly overcharged him and overstepped deep into abusing his basic rights to a fair trial. And here she refers to all the legal mistakes for which she will be suing them one by one. Like that she thought this is a case she must take on. And she emphasizes she passes on some cases, but she felt there was something she could do for R. Kelly. One thing Bonjean has consistently mentioned is the process was never fair like it should be. She noticed a travesty of justice, and nothing invites her quicker into taking up a case as these very issues R. Kelly is dealing with. It's therefore common sense that Bonjean definitely knew she would eventually have to sue. And not just to sue, but to sue multiple times, considering it's not only the government, but a multiplicity of anti-Kelly forces working in tandem to make her client's life complicated. And she will be suing all of them with no hesitation whatsoever. If anyone broke the law therefore because they were so hungry to see R. Kelly in prison, they ought to know that pay time is right around the corner. According to Pacey, I wouldn't expect anything less from attorney Jennifer Bonjean, considering rescue victims of a ruthless government system like R. Kelly is exactly what she does. And above all, Bonjean is no racist, for she will step in and help whoever is affected in this way regardless of their skin color. She registers success after success, and this is evident on her Twitter, where it has been success story after success story. I can be sure she will be able to make the appeal tribunal understand just how much R. Kelly's rights and freedoms have been violated, all in the name of taking him down. Thank you, Jennifer Bonjean. We know you are doing your best, and like you said, this case against R. Kelly certainly does have so many loopholes to deal with. According to Kathleen Caldwell, if justice was important to this nation as it should be, R. Kelly would have been a free man a long time ago. Instead, he has been in jail now 5 years for no real reason. No evidence, no nothing, but the man is still locked up in prison. Indeed, everyone involved in this scheme to defraud the R&B king ought to be sued, such that they too can have their day in court and explain why they broke the law. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.